years, the Apache Nation has been the masters of this land that you're visiting here today. Within the Apache Nation, they had 5 tribes or bands. The band that lived in this exact location was called the Chiricahua. Now, the Chiricahua were special, even amongst the Apaches, known as wise medicine men and fierce warriors. They were also the last of the great tribes to defy the United States government as they opposed a reservation system. Now, nearly 200 years ago, a young United States fought a war with Mexico, mostly over territory, and upon victory acquired a large landmass, which now makes up the modern states of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. Directly after that, floods of American settlers came into this area seeking land and fortune and opportunity. Well, that caused a conflict with the Chiricahua, and then a full-blown war. Whenever you got a war, you got a need for bases of operations. So in 1877, the United States Army opened up Fort Huachuca, 23 miles south here. And Fort Huachuca is still in operation today. And that fort was placed there by the Army as a front during the Apache Indian Wars, but it also became a jumping-off point for a lot of those settlers and fortune seekers coming into this area. One of them was a prospector named Ed Shefflin. So Ed Shefflin was over there at the fort looking at a map and making plans to come up into this exact area, an area which had not yet been chartered. So those Army scouts were concerned for him. After all, this was the home of Geronimo, and his band of Chiricahua were running rampant at that point. So those Army scouts, they warned Mr. Shefflin straight up. They said, if you do indeed go up there looking for your minerals, the only kind of a rock or stone you're likely to find will be your own tombstone. Well, luckily for us, Mr. Shefflin was a stubborn man. He did not heed those warnings, and he made several excursions up here looking for his minerals. But then one day, by sheer luck or grace of God or whatever you want to call it, he looked out on the desert land. Right on top of the ground was a silver vein, 8 inches wide by 12 feet long. Right behind us here where the Good Enough Mine Tour is today. And it was customary in those days to name your claim, so he thought it'd be funny if we called it the Tombstone because of those Army Scout warnings. So the camp within the town grew up around the silver. In 1880, we had a population boom. Estimates run as high as 10,000 people may have lived here at that point. But truth be told, we don't know for sure, because see, it was still a territory. So the census discriminated against certain groups and was easily corrupted, so there might have been even more than 10,000. We just don't know for sure. What we do know is the Tombstone got very big. In fact, at one point, this was the largest city between St. Louis and San Francisco. Now, to give you folks an idea just how big we got, Allen Street, the historical street right here, at one point had 106 saloons on it. 106 saloons. I don't know about you folks, that's my idea of heaven. It's also a recipe for disaster when you think about it. You got 106 saloons on one street, and at any given time, several hundred, if not thousands, of drunken cowboys, miners, gamblers, and gunfighters. All of them armed. You don't have to be too good a mathematician, I don't think, to figure out the end result. It was chaos and mayhem. But of all the shootings and killings and gunfights that took place here in the wild days, and there were a lot of them, the most famous, of course, was the gunfight at the OK Corral. And that gunfight took place 2.5 blocks down Allen Street behind what was then the corral, then spilled out onto Fremont Street, which is now the highway. But over 30 shots were fired in less than a minute on 26 October 1881 at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. 3 men were killed. The brothers Tom and Frank McClary and Billy Clanton, dead. On the Earp side, 3 men were wounded. City Marshal Virgil Earp was brought down to one knee as a bullet went into his calf muscle. And his younger brother, 31-year-old Morgan Earp, took one right in the shoulder blade. Then there was John Henry Holliday, better known as Doc Holliday. Now, the movies don't show this, but he actually received a bullet in that gunfight. Hit him in the hip area, ricocheted off his gun belt. It hurt him so bad he truly thought he was gut shot. So the only man to stand in that gunfight and not receive a bullet, and therefore sealing his fate as the most legendary lawman in Western history, was a fellow called Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp had lived till 1929, dying in Los Angeles, California of natural causes. And Doc Holliday lived 6 more years after that famous gunfight, dying in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, of consumption, or what we now call tuberculosis. So today, folks, we're going to do some reenactments of shootings and killings that took place here in Tombstone back in the wild days. As I said before, this town was made possible thanks to silver. But we're still on the map today thanks to blood. With that being said, who's ready to see a gunfight?
Yeah.
Alright, folks, let's get something straight right now. This is not Sunday school, it's a gunfight. Now, who's ready to see a gunfight? Yeah. How about gunfighters? Now here's a gunfight. Come on. Ow. Alrighty, folks, here we go. My name is Sergeant Foster, retired Army turned gunfighter. I'm here to lead you greenhorns on this explosion of violence you're about to witness. But first, I'm going to tell you about these guns we use. These are not Hollywood props. The barrels are not blocked off, nothing fancy like that. This is the real deal. Now that being said, we do not use real bullets because they hurt. But these blanks we use are very powerful, very dangerous. A lot of actors have been hurt or killed due to lack of respect for the blank. So to give you an idea what I'm talking about, we focus on Charlie Storms here playing poker. He's got 6 blanks in that gun of his and a soda can behind him. Let's see if we can get him to shoot that can and give you a demonstration.
You don't shoot that. Careful now, Charlie. Don't miss.
Yeah, sure.
What's doing?
He never misses! Well, that should be self-explanatory, the power behind these blanks, and that being the case, we ask that you remain in the seating area throughout the show for your own safety. Also, we want everybody to enjoy the show here today, so we ask you to put those cell phones on silent. You don't need those things on in here. And finally, the acoustics in this room are very sensitive. We therefore ask for silence during the skits, and we appreciate that. So, for our first reenactment, we're going to go right here to the corner of 5th and Allen Street. That's often referred to as the bloodiest intersection in the West due to all the gunfights that happen right there. It involves 2 good friends at Bat Masterson's playing a game of poker at the Oriental. You met Charlie Storms. Now let's meet his opponent, Luke Short.
Morning, Luke.
Howdy, Bat.
Hey, where's Mel?
Oh, he had to step in the back and fill a whiskey bottle.
If you're out here pretty quick, you're going to get mighty thirsty out here, don't you think?
Oh, I'm here, Luke. How you doing?
Hi, Mel.
The adult and I were just discussing the new songbird over here at the birdcage. Have you seen her?
Yeah, me and some of the boys seen her the other night. Boy, that girl's got a voice like an angel, don't she?
She's good looking, too.
She's pretty easy on the eyes, all right.
You better believe it. Short, when you get done socializing, get over here. Sit down. Give me a chance to win back some of that money.
Hold your horses, Charlie. I'll be there. Excuse me, boys. Never seen a man so eager to lose his money.
Hey, Luke. You mind if I sit in?
Anytime, Pat. As long as you brought some money with you.
What do you say if you don't help my credit?
Oh, of course. Set him up, Luke.
Right over here, Pat. Start you out with $100.
$100? You're gonna need more than $100 to play with this feller. You're gonna need a wagon load.
What's wrong with him?
Well, it's like this, Pat. Charlie's on another one of his losing streaks. He's been belly aching all morning long.
Just shut up and deal the cards, old man.
You watch your words, Charlie. I ain't gonna tell you yet.
You know, Charlie, some new blood could change your luck.
Highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely is right. How many cards, Charlie?
Well, 3 as usual.
3 it is. Pat,
Give me 2.
dealer takes 2. Charlie, I believe the bet's to you.
I know how to play poker.
You get your money out there. I'll call. What do you got?
Stinking pair of 7s.
That beats my 6s.
Well, don't be too fair, gentlemen.
See there, Bat? It's what I've been dealing with all morning long. This fella here. I'm jerking him off the bottom of the deck.
Now, Charlie, you got a problem. We can settle it right now.
Well, let's do it!
You want to die, Charlie?
Just settle down, boys. This is a friendly poker game. And we don't need no gunplay in here.
I play some poker. Who knows, Charlie? Maybe your luck will change, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Pretty quick with that gun, Luke.
Well, thank you, Bat.
You are the slowest dealer I ever saw.
Not slow. Got it. Take it. What are you grinning about over there, Charlie?
Yeah, seems my luck just might be changing.
Is that a fact? How many cards?
Just one.
Just one, huh?
Yeah, and off the top.
Be careful, Charlie. Bat, how many?
2.
Dealer takes 2. All right, Storms, let's see what you're so proud of over there.
So how about it, boys? All in.
I'll call.
Charlie, I'm going to stay with you. Let's see it.
What do you say, boys? 3 lovely aces. Riddle and weed.
You see, Charlie, I told you I'd change your luck.
Now, hold on just a sec there, Charlie. I'll admit 3 aces is a mighty strong hand. Unfortunately, it don't beat 4 8s. Excuse me, Charlie. Let me get these out of your way.
So what is that, Short? 6 hands in a row? Ain't nobody that lucky.
No, Charlie. It's 7 hands in a row. You got something to say?
I'm saying ain't nobody that much.
Settle down, Charlie.
Charlie, I'll tell you what. How about we take us a little break? Go on up to the bar and have a drink. I'm fine.
That sounds like a good idea.
I believe I can afford it now.
You just gotta keep stoking the fire, don't you?
Oh, come on, Dad. You know it's a fair game. Ain't that right, Charlie? Tell son about double shots all around.
Double shots it is.
Yeah, double shots it is. It's my money.
Keep it up, Charlie. Well, here's to you, boy. You know something, Mel? Them cards sure love me today, ain't they?
Yeah, you always seem to win.
I do, don't I? Here's to you, Charlie.
Yeah, you always win when you do the dealing.
That's it. Charlie, I told you once you got something on your mind, you best spit it out.
You're a stinking card
Face down, Matt. It's gone too far.
Yeah, Matt, listen to him. He knows I got cheated.
Charlie, I've had just about enough of your gas. Either pull that pistol or move on.
Your loose lips, your slick hands. They're gonna get you dead.
Well, Luke, I reckon that's why they call you the Undertaker's friend.
He wasn't much of a poker player, Matt. But I will miss his money. Let's get a drink, play some more poker.
You know, Luke Short, being the gentleman gambler that he was, he walked right back into that saloon and found another game of poker. As for old Charlie Storms, well, just look at him laying there. He's got himself some new property. It's located right up here at Boot Hill.